Have you ever wondered why some people seem to achieve success effortlessly, while others struggle for years without much to show? It's not luck. It's not talent. It's the discipline you build in private, the habits you form when no one is watching, the decisions you make in silence, and the resilience you cultivate when the world isn't applauding. Today, we're going to dive into how the mind you build in private can quietly make you rich, not just in money, but in life, confidence, and freedom. Because wealth isn't just about cash, it's about the power to live life on your terms. The power of private discipline. True discipline is invisible. It doesn't seek validation or recognition. It's the quiet force that shapes your character when the rest of the world is sleeping, scrolling, or distracted. Think about it. Every wealthy, successful, or influential person you admire has invested countless hours in private work. They read while others binge watch. They train while others rest. They plan while others procrastinate. And that private investment compounds over time, creating results that eventually become visible to the world. Discipline in private isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about choosing to do what's right for your future self, even when it's uncomfortable or inconvenient. Small habits, huge impact. The secret lies in the small daily actions you take when no one is watching. Waking up early to focus on your craft. Reading, learning, or skill building every single day. Saving money, investing, and making smart financial decisions consistently. Avoiding distractions that don't align with your goals. These may seem insignificant at the moment, but over weeks, months, and years, they become the foundation for a life of freedom, wealth, and influence. Remember, success rarely comes from a single breakthrough. It comes from 1,000 small wins stacked over time. Mental toughness and emotional mastery. Building a disciplined mind isn't just about actions. It's about mental toughness. It's about training yourself to remain calm when life tests you, to resist instant gratification, and to act with patience when results aren't immediate. The mind you build in private is your ultimate weapon. When you develop patience, emotional control, and focus, you begin to make decisions that most people can't. You avoid the traps of impulse, envy, and distractions that silently rob people of their potential. Discipline silently trains your mind to handle wealth, responsibility, and success without collapsing under pressure. It prepares you to seize opportunities others miss because their minds are cluttered, scattered, or unprepared. The quiet wealth of private growth. Most people think wealth is loud. They imagine flashy cars, big houses, or Instagram success. But the true richness comes quietly, through the confidence, skills, and freedom you cultivate in private. Imagine someone who wakes up every day focused on improving themselves. They read books, invest time in their craft, and consistently make smart decisions. Nobody notices at first. They keep going day after day, month after month. And then, suddenly, their life transforms. Money, opportunities, and respect follow naturally, not because they chased them, but because their mind was ready. This is the power of quiet discipline. It doesn't need applause. It doesn't need validation. It just works. How to start building your private mind. You might be wondering, how do I start building a mind that quietly makes me rich? It starts with small, intentional steps. Commit to learning something every day. Knowledge compounds like money. Set boundaries with distractions. Your attention is your most valuable asset. Take care of your body. Energy and health are the silent foundations of success. Develop financial habits. Save, invest, and spend with intention. Reflect daily. Journaling, meditation, or simply thinking about your actions and goals strengthens your mind. The key is consistency. Results may not be immediate, and that's okay. Wealth, mastery, and personal growth are not instant. They are built in private, quietly, over time. The payoff of quiet discipline. One day the world will notice, but it won't be surprising to you, because you've been preparing, learning, and building in private while others slept, wasted time, or chased instant gratification. When success arrives, it won't feel like luck. It will feel inevitable. You will have the mindset, the skills, and the confidence to manage it, and you will appreciate it because you earned it quietly, step by step. Remember this: the mind you build in private will make you unstoppable in public. Discipline doesn't scream, but it works. It doesn't demand attention, but it delivers results. And in the end, it quietly makes you rich in ways that matter the most. The role of patience in private growth. Discipline alone is not enough. Without patience, all your effort can feel frustrating. Patience is what allows your private work to turn into lasting results. Think about a seed. You water it every day, give it sunlight, and nurture it. But it doesn't sprout overnight. It takes weeks, sometimes months. You don't give up because you trust the process. Your personal growth works the same way. Every skill you learn, every habit you develop, every small step you take, these are seeds planted in private. Over time, they grow into opportunities, wealth, and success you couldn't see when you started. Avoiding the trap of comparison. One of the biggest obstacles to private growth is comparison. It's easy to look at someone else's highlight reel and feel inadequate. But remember, you don't see their hours of private discipline. You only see the results. Imagine two entrepreneurs. One posts every small success online, seeking attention. The other works silently, learning, failing, and iterating. Years later, the second one has built a business empire, while the first one is exhausted from performing for validation. Focus on your own journey. Celebrate your small wins in private. Protect your energy and attention. Comparison steals time, focus, and motivation, the very things that make private discipline powerful. The compounding effect of skills and knowledge. Every skill you develop, every book you read, and every challenge you overcome in private compounds over time. Consider someone who spends 30 minutes a day learning a new language, coding skill, or financial strategy. 1 year later, they've invested roughly 180 hours into growth, hours their peers didn't spend. 5 years later, they're leagues ahead, simply because of consistent private effort. Private discipline isn't just about money. It's about building a mind that can solve problems, create opportunities, and make decisions that others can't. Turning adversity into advantage. Discipline in private isn't only about growth, it's also about resilience. Every setback, rejection, or failure becomes a chance to get stronger. A person fails at a business, loses money, or gets turned down for a job. Most give up. But someone with private discipline uses these experiences to learn, improve, and prepare for bigger opportunities. Adversity is training. It strengthens your mind quietly, allowing you to face future challenges with confidence. The mind built in private is unshakable. The secret power of routine. Discipline thrives on routine. By designing your days intentionally, you remove decision fatigue and make private growth effortless. Look at highly successful people. They often have repetitive routines, morning rituals, focused work blocks, learning periods, and reflection. Their consistency creates exponential results over time. Your routine is your scaffolding. Protect it, refine it. The mind you strengthen daily will pay dividends in every area of life. Leaving a legacy through private discipline. The richest minds in history weren't just wealthy, they were disciplined. Their private efforts shaped industries, communities, and generations. Think of inventors, entrepreneurs, or thinkers. They spent years in quiet work, failing, experimenting, and learning. What they built in private became the legacy the world remembers. You may not be recognized immediately, but the discipline you cultivate today plants the seeds for the life and legacy you'll create tomorrow. Conclusion. Discipline is invisible, patience is quiet, and growth is gradual. But the mind you build in private makes you unstoppable in public. Start today. Focus on your habits, your routines, your skills, and your resilience. Protect your attention. Avoid comparison. Embrace adversity